Okay, we're here this morning to continue our efforts. We've got several things we need to do, mostly wiring things. Chuck is gonna, we have this new junction box. We don't have our power supplies yet for the motors, but we're gonna use the old power supply until we get them. But we've got several things we need to wire up. We are going to mount the little Brandon refractor as our test telescope until we're satisfied with everything before we mount the big scope. And so we got to put this mount on there. We've got to do this, and we're also going to be upgrading software and actually attempting to drive the motors today. That's our real goal. Yes, cross your fingers. All right, let's get to work. Okay, we're finished for the day, and we accomplished quite a bit, not quite as much as we really wanted to. I'll get to that in a moment, but we finished the interim wiring, and so we've got the motors and encoders all wired up. We updated the software, and everything's communicating properly. Our problem, though, is we've only got a 24 volt, 3 amp power supply, and we were overpowering. We were getting errors because our real power supply is 96 volt, 5 amp, and it has yet to arrive. And so until it arrives, it looks like we're not going to be able to properly drive this thing. We also mounted this telescope, which is the scope that we'll use to initially calibrate the whole system before we lift the big scope a little bit later. So we've got quite a few things left to do, but we did see the motors move before the power surge tripped the breaker, and we're very positive about what we were able to accomplish today, and looking forward to when those new power supplies come in. So that's it for today. Okay, we're back for another session, and Chuck has pretty much completed the box here. We are still waiting on two 48 volt power supplies, which are in now Louisville, Kentucky, by way of England through Germany, and I'm told that they will arrive tomorrow. So hopefully we'll get them tomorrow. And so Chuck's got everything wired up except for those two 48 volt power supplies. We're going to be testing today with the 24 volt supply that we have in there. And we've got a few other things that we've got to finish up mechanically, and packing up some wiring and things like that. And then we'll start testing with software. All right, so let's get to it.
I gotta check
Yeah,
things first. Okay, so we've got both encoders. We've got power boards have 24-ish volts, which is good. They are the right version, and we've got CPU volts right at 11.5.
Let's put the max amps up
Yes.
to 5 or so, because we had it down at 3, I think.
Are we reading the encoders?
Yes, we are. Output limit. Is that what it is?
So encoder check,
32.
Power check.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to.
No, there was a place where we had
Yeah.
actual amps.
almost ready for first movement.
I probably have to go back and look at the document.
Yeah.
You've got good editing software, I presume.
I suppose.
Where did I put that? Yes. It's gonna be a minute. So.
Yeah, it's going to be a while.